Hey everyone, so I just wanted to take a little bit of time to kind of recap and reflect on the past year, reflect on 2018 a little bit, because not because not because anything is drastically changing with the channel, or or anything is drastically changing with me, but I think it's good for me to kind of openly reflect on what's gone on in 2018. Well, not necessarily what's gone on, but how the year has gone and what I want to do in the future with respect to the channel and with respect to my own life, my own personal life. So, I don't intend for this to be too long, but I did want to recap on it a little bit, touch base on some things, and talk a little bit about what I want to do, in the future, what I want to accomplish in the future, and what goals I have set out for myself. So 2018 was it was a rough year. 2017 I would still probably say was my worst year ever, but 2018 was not a good year either. As with all years, it had its ups and downs, some really high ups and some really high highs and some really low lows, all throughout the year. And it affected the amount of content I was putting out on the channel, the quality of the content that I was putting out on the channel, at various times throughout the year. I want to change that. I want to, obviously, with the new year, I want to have a better new year, for myself, for the channel, for the people around me. I want to get better about being consistent on the channel, for one thing, because that was something I was really bad at throughout all of 2018. I want to establish and maintain consistency on the channel, and I've been working towards that for the past week or so. I've been recording a lot of content, trying to build up a backlog, basically, so I can get a jump start and kick off the new year by ensuring that I am actually being consistent. So I've been working on that, and I'm trying to give myself a new start, basically, because I'm tired of being inconsistent, and I'm tired of putting in or having a lack of effort as a whole, when it comes to either content being put out on the channel or stuff even in my own personal life. I'm tired of not putting in enough effort and not caring enough about certain things. I've always cared about the channel, but obviously not to a point where I was consistently putting out content, and I want to change that, because I do care about this channel and I love making content, and I want to continue to put out content, but what's the point if I'm not being consistent? At some point you have to establish some sort of consistency if you ever want to see your channel go anywhere. And I do want to see this channel go places. As much as I enjoy doing it for me, I do want to see this channel go places. So I have to establish consistency, and maybe that will entail changing my video schedule and changing how I do things as a whole. But for right now, I really need to get down to it and to really fucking start working towards this, because I want it, and if you want something, you got to work for it. It's unfortunately how it is in this world, but you know, I am more than ready and capable of working towards it at this point. So I'm ready. I'm more than ready. And you know, I mean, I'm not going to dive into any personal details whatsoever regarding my year, but you know, I struggled with some mental health things. You know, I had a lot of different changes in my life. You know, a lot of stuff happened. And frankly, in a way, I am sad to leave that part of my life behind, even if not all aspects of it were great. I'm sad to leave that year behind because it entailed so much, good and bad. And it feels like I'm leaving a part of my life behind, you know, even if that isn't really the case. But at the same time, I'm happy to be moving on and to be moving into a new year that's going to have its own ups and downs and, you know, changes and things that happen. And I'm ready to take it all on, really. You know, pardon that voice crack. I'm ready to just take it on, you know, because obviously there are going to be times where you struggle and you go through some shit. But you just got to power through it, and you've got to, well, I mean, sometimes you can't always, you know, and that's the thing with mental illnesses, is that it's constantly there. But you know, at the end of the day, you just have to keep going, because one day it's going to go away and it won't be there anymore, and you will, you know, be so happy with yourself for pushing and continuing to push and you know, getting yourself to where you are now. And I'm speaking like in the second person, but I'm really like talking about myself and some other people I know that have been struggling with mental illnesses. You know, and generally speaking, people that have been struggling with mental illnesses, you know, at the end of the day, as hard it is as it is, you just got to keep pushing, you know, because there's going to be a payoff at some point, and you're going to be happy that you kept pushing and that you kept going. And you've already made it so far. You know, it's 2019. You made it through 2018. You can make it through 2019. You can make it through all the years beyond that. You can make it. You can do it. You know, so I want to go forward, you know, not necessarily with a changed attitude, because I don't want to act like, oh, I'm a completely new person now. Because it's a new year and, you know, blah, blah, blah. But I want to, I want to put more effort into the things that I'm doing, you know, into the relationships I have in my life. And frankly, I want to be more committed, because I'm really, that's something I've really struggled with in many different capacities when it comes to many different things. So I think the biggest goal for me for next year is working on my commitment, I think, to just about anything, you know. I've got to be more committed. I've got to work harder, got to put in more effort. And ultimately, you know, work to give myself a better life, and work to improve my mental health as well. So yeah, you know, that's what 2019 is hopefully going to entail. Who knows? You know, you never know what could happen, but either way, just got to keep pushing through it. So this actually went on for a bit longer than I wanted it to, but this is really all I wanted out of this video, was to just kind of talk about the past year and what I wanted for the future. And you know, I hope your guys' 2018s weren't bad or horrible, but if they were, you know, and even if they weren't, I hope 2019 is real good for you. And you know, You're able to improve yourself and, work on improving yourself and work towards whatever you want out of life, I hope that 2019, gives you guys and provides you guys with the paths to keep doing that. So that being said, I'm gonna end the video here. That's all I wanted to talk about. Not gonna eat up any more time. If you stuck throughout me rambling, basically, I appreciate it greatly. And I'll see you guys in some new and more consistent content on the channel here real soon. All right, later everybody.